Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video we're going to be installing the Innovv K7 dash cams. But we have a problem. We have a lot of cables to install and hide. But on the Street Bob, there's no fairing, no plastic, there's nowhere to hide anything except under the seat. But then we have another problem, because under the seat is the monoshock, and under the monoshock is the battery. Let's see if we can figure something out. I'm really struggling to find room. There is a gap right down the back here by the fender, but obviously to be able to get there I've got to pull all the battery and parts out, and if I ever needed to get back to the box I'm going to have to do that. It's very impractical. There's this tiny bit of room here against the housing of the battery where I'll be able to get to it if needs be. I've got to keep it off the cylinder down here because that's going to get hot. That's pretty much the only place it can go. I'm just worried about the amount of cable I'm going to have to hide, because these already are going to take up a lot of room. So I'm going to have to take all the cables off and all the other bits attached around the battery to be able to move the cover out slightly, which will enable me to get to the positive terminal at the back and also clean up a contact area to stick the control module down. I've decided not to film myself taking bits apart. You've probably seen videos of how to do those bits before, but there isn't a video of how to install one of these Innovv K7s on a Street Bob. So once I've figured out what I'm doing, I'm going to kind of tell you what I've done. So just like I've probably just mentioned in the previous clip, I've undone the ABS sensor and all the cables on the front of the kind of the battery housing, and wiggled it out and free, which has given me enough space to get to the positive terminal at the back. And at the front here, let's just get the camera out for you and switch it around. So at the back here, I'm not sure you can see, I've scuffed up the smooth area with a bit of sandpaper, and then I've sprayed some brake cleaner on it to degrease it. This has also enabled me, like I just mentioned, to now uncover the positive terminal, because what I want to do next is get the power cables all hooked up, which is pretty straightforward. We got a positive and a negative, and then we have the yellow one that needs to be connected to an ignition source. So that's what I'm going to do next. Connect to the power source, connect the power source to the control module, then I'm going to connect the control module to a camera and the controller or something, just so I can make sure it's all working. Hopefully we're getting somewhere. Like you saw last, I pulled the front of the like the plastic battery housing out, which enabled me to get to the positive wire at the back, which is now connected. I've got the negative wire connected just here, and then the yellow wire, which is thankfully fused. I have decided to connect to the running light for the rear lights. Let me turn the camera around, I'll just show you that. And I've also got the control module all connected up so we can see if it works. Let's spin you around. There you go, hopefully you can see with my little torch, the positive is now covered up. But if I come around here, you can see my positive cable running underneath there, which is fused. Here is the negative cable that's connected just here. And then the yellow cable, which needs to be a switched ignition source, so it all turns on and off with your bike. I've connected to the white wire for the rear lights, which is the running light, which obviously comes on when you turn the power onto your bike. So that all runs down to the control module, and I'm assuming with the little control box connected, if I've got it right, this is going to light up, so I know it's working. So let's see if it works. Power on. Yes, it's working. I guess that's looking for cameras and Wi-Fi because I haven't set it up yet, but I know it's all working, which is good. So if we turn it off, it should all go off again. Engine's off, there you go, locked itself. And off. Hey, I'm pleased with that. I think that might have been the easy bit, connecting this all up and making sure it's working, because now I've not just got this giant wire to now reel in up under here and stick the control box down where I showed you earlier. I've got to plan out the routes for the cameras and the control box and the GPS unit, and also hide all those wires as well, which it's all got to fit under this. Obviously it'll be pulled out a bit, so there won't be as much, but whatever's left has still got to fit under the seat. So let me start planning that out. I'll get back to you in a bit. Right, I'm trying to keep all the control modules and cameras and stuff out of the way so they're not so obvious, because obviously the Street Bob is a very bare bones bike, so I didn't want the little control box on my handlebars, so I've managed to put it here. Nothing's tightened down yet, I've just got to test everything, but it's nicely out of the way. I can still see it, it's still within reach. What I'm struggling with is the front camera. Originally I wanted to hide it just here, but I can't do it because of the headlight. It just gets in the way of the mounting option. I don't want it on my handlebars because, I mean, that might end up being the way I'm gonna have to go for the minute. I could mount it under here and attach it to there, which is quite a good option, I guess. I could have it up under here to pull it a bit closer, but it's not turning with the handlebars then, it's going to stay straight, and I'm not sure if that matters or not. So I'm kind of struggling a little bit, not sure where to put it. I'm going to keep fiddling. As much as I wanted to keep the camera tucked out of the way somewhere on the front, I just can't find a place to put it where it looks inconspicuous, so I've ended up sticking it just here. Again, I've had to tape it because the bracket is too small even for the bolt of the wing mirror or the rear view mirror. What else is there? We've got the GPS unit, could be located under the seat, but I've just got no room under the seat. So there's like a little recess here on the frame of the Street Bob that the GPS unit fitted perfectly into, and honestly from a distance you can't even see it. I'm pretty pleased with that, and the wiring for all of these, for the GPS unit, can just go straight in here under the tank. I'm gonna have to lift or remove the tank and I can just run it all in there, so that wiring is gonna be gone. I'm not hugely happy with the position of my cameras. Like I said, I wanted them inconspicuous, but my plans for the bike as it goes on is new handlebars. I want to bob out the rear end, so that fender's going to go. I've got the rear side mount number plate coming soon, hopefully, to go on there. So I'm going to leave enough slack on the cameras that I can move them around. So for now, I'm happy with that. I'm pleased to say everything is working. I'll do a little recording of my phone screen to play over the top of what I'm saying, but I've got the front and rear camera back to front, but that's easy enough just to change over the connectors. But I've got full signal at the top, full Wi-Fi, everything's working up there, both cameras are working, the GPS is working. I haven't plugged in the microphone yet, but I'm going to leave that till last, because if I haven't got enough room, I'm not too bothered if I haven't got the microphone on, but I reckon I can squeeze it in. I know it all looks a little bit of a mess at the moment. I've got wires everywhere. The next step is to lift or take off the tank so I can run the wires neatly from the front down into here, and my last mission will be to try and hide all the wiring up under here somewhere. We are on to threading all the cables from the front, so we've got the front camera, the GPS unit and the control unit, all the way down to where the main box is going to be. On top of the fuel tank is the hydraulic front brake system, so these pipes will obviously get quite hot. And we've got the hot engine underneath, but Harley has cleverly got all the wiring coming from the front into this box, and it goes up inside. You can see it here, and it runs down the frame and out the other end. So what I've managed to do is thread a large piece of electrical cable in the end. I've come up the frame, I've fished it out of the hole. I have got one cable through the frame and out the other side. I'll now untie this, try and get my other cable back up through here, and out the hole, which was a bit of a mission in the first place, and get the next cable down, and I'm going to have to do that again. Let's see if I can get the next one. Thought I'd better film this, just one of these cables, so if anyone else tries this, you've got a better idea of what I'm doing here. So I've got the cable coming back out of the tank hole here. I'm now going to tape up the next connection, whichever one that is, but I'm going to tape it so it is as in line as possible. Obviously if it's above or below, it's going to snag, and then I'll try and get it back through. And then I'm going to hold this end in one hand and kind of pull and push at the same time. Hopefully there's still enough room. Come on, you're right there. I know you are. Yes. That's two. Things have gone well so far. I've got all the wiring done. The top here running nicely through the hole in the frame. I've got the tank dropped back down, and I've taken up the slack here, so everything is now nice and tidy up the front there. Down here, I've mounted the rear camera on the end hole of the rear fender here, because I'm going to be putting on a different fender at some point, and also I've got a side mount number plate which I'll probably end up mounting it onto. So just for now, it's a very temporary measure. I've put it on the end here, and I've just taped it, which will go under the seat so you won't see it. So now I've got the bit I'm probably dreading the most, and that is sticking in the control unit and trying to hide all the wires. Let's see how I go on. Okay guys, another evening for me, another clip for you, but we got the little camera put on the end, and the seat is hiding all the wiring like I wanted it to. The seat's back on, and I finally have the control box in place here. I initially wanted it the other way around so I could have super easy access to the SD card if I needed to, but it stuck out too far, wouldn't let me put this harness back into place. And the cover wouldn't fit on, so I've had to put it sideways with this harness separating the two lots of wires. I don't know if you can see down here, I've got a gap between the control unit and the other end of the derby box, and if needs be, I can still get, let me get my torch here, I can still get to the SD card on top there. Be a little bit fiddly, but I can get it. So the next step is the step I've been dreading, where I've got to get all this wiring in here. I'm going to try and utilise the gap between these points that the cover fixes on, try and put all the wires in here. I'll get back to you in a sec. There we go. It might look a bit of a mess, but all that I did was figure of 8 the 3 longer cables around those, and there's one zip tie here holding them together, and there's one zip tie here just keeping the lower cables up out of sight for when I put the cover on. And I know what you're thinking, what happens if I get a flat battery or whatnot? It's still really easy to come out. Just going to cut the 2 cable ties, all those cables will come off that I can just disconnect. The control box will come off with the battery cover, so it's not stuck in there, it's still pretty easy to access. But I'm going to put the cover on now, and that should do the job. There we go, we're done. Everything's nicely hidden under here. You can't see any wiring anywhere, and I'm really pleased I've managed to squeeze this Innovv K7 on a bare bones bobber. Found that useful? If you did, maybe hit that subscribe button, maybe give me a like as well. And if you did find this useful installing your dash cam on your own motorcycle, let me know in the comments below how it went. If I can do it on a bare bones bike like the Street Bob, then I'm sure you can do it on any bike. Thanks for watching.